Dear sisters, brothers, and beloved soulmates, I am Ramakrishna Vadapalli, the owner of this channel, dedicated to promoting a moral and spiritual society worldwide. Our main objective is to share the epic story of the Mahabharata, which serves as a rich collection of spiritual and moral teachings. This includes the Bhagavad Gita, a profound source of enlightenment for all humanity. I kindly ask all viewers to subscribe, like, and share this channel to support our mission. The Mahabharata comprises a total of 589 stories, each contributing to our understanding of life and spirituality. Please subscribe and share and support me for more likewise. Thank you. Yours, Vadapalli Ramakrishna, ancient yoga trainer. Drona removes the ball of the princes that fell into the river. One day in Dhritarashtra's kingdom, while the Pandavas and Kauravas were playing ball, the ball accidentally fell into a deep river. The group of princes grew anxious, unsure of how to retrieve it. At that moment, Drona, who had come to the area for a picnic with his bow and arrows, noticed the children in distress. He consoled them and confidently said he would retrieve the ball using his arrows. Drona first shot an arrow that pierced the ball. Then, with remarkable precision, he shot another arrow that struck the head of the first one. Continuing this process, he fired a sequence of arrows, each perfectly aligned to create a chain. Finally, the last arrow reached his hand. As he gently pulled it out, the connected arrows and their strings followed one after another, bringing the ball back from the river. Amazed by this incredible feat, the children led Drona to the palace. Bhishma, who had already heard of Drona's reputation, welcomed him with honor, offering him the ceremonial Argyapadyas. After listening to his full story, Bhishma sighed deeply, recognizing his brilliance. He gifted Drona a large collection of bows and appointed him as the Astrakarya, the master of weapons, for the Kuru and Pandava princes. From that day forward, Drona officially became the royal instructor in weaponry for the children of Hastinapur. Love for Partha, Ashwathama Aluka. One day, Drona gathered all the princes and posed a challenge: "My dear students, after completing your education, is there anyone among you who can fulfill my most difficult wish? Will you fulfill it?" All the princes remained silent, hesitant to respond. But Arjuna stood up confidently and declared, "You are a teacher like Parashurama. If it is by your grace, then no matter how great the wish is, I shall fulfill it." Drona's heart melted at these words. He embraced Arjuna warmly and blessed him. At that time, Radheya, Karna, too, was studying along with the sons of Dhritarashtra. Even during that phase of education, Karna harbored a grudge against the sons of Pandu, especially Arjuna. As a suitor's son, Karna persistently tried to outdo Arjuna in skill and power, and due to this competitive spirit, Dhritarashtra's affection for Karna only grew stronger. Naturally, Arjuna, being diligent and highly disciplined, earned the admiration of all the teachers and the people with his talents. Alongside Karna, another who nurtured envy toward Arjuna was Ashwathama, the son of Drona. He too aspired to be the greatest archer. In his jealousy, Ashwathama approached the cook one day and instructed him to never serve Arjuna food in the dark, believing that any discomfort might slow Arjuna's progress. However, one fateful night, a strong gust of wind blew out the lamps while Arjuna was eating. Yet, Arjuna continued to eat effortlessly in complete darkness. That moment sparked an idea in his mind: if I can eat in the dark without needing light, then surely I can also practice archery in the dark. Inspired, Arjuna began training in pitch darkness, sharpening his skills beyond ordinary limits. Hearing the sounds of his bowstrings in the dead of night, Ashwathama realized that surpassing Arjuna was an impossible task. Deeply moved by Arjuna's devotion, relentless practice, and natural brilliance, Drona made a solemn promise that no archer in the world would ever surpass Arjuna. Ekalavya Parkunam. Ekalavya was the son of Hiranyadanva, the king of the forest tribes, Nishadas. Thirsty for knowledge and valor, he once approached Dronakarya seeking to learn archery. However, Drona refused to teach him, believing it inappropriate to train someone from the Nishada community. Without harboring any resentment, Ekalavya returned to the forest and, driven by devotion, built an idol of Drona. Treating this image as his guru, he dedicated himself to mastering archery through intense concentration and discipline. In a short time, he attained extraordinary skill. One day, while Ekalavya was practicing, the Kuru princes arrived in the forest on a hunting trip, accompanied by hounds. The barking of one of the dogs disturbed Ekalavya's practice. In response, he shot 7 arrows that pinned the dog's mouth shut without causing it serious injury or death, just enough to silence and scare it. The terrified dog ran back to the princes, who were astonished by what had happened. Following the trail, they found Ekalavya and questioned him. He introduced himself, saying, "My name is Ekalavya. I am a disciple of Dronacharya." Disturbed by this, Arjuna later met Drona privately and reminded him of his earlier promise, that no archer in the world would surpass Arjuna. He expressed concern that Ekalavya's skills now seemed superior. Hearing this, Drona visited Ekalavya with Arjuna. Ekalavya welcomed Drona with utmost respect and devotion. During their conversation, Drona pointed out, "Nishada, it is not right to claim me as your guru without my consent. However, if you truly see me as your teacher, then you must offer me a suitable guru dakshina." Ekalavya, without hesitation, agreed to give anything his guru desired. Drona then asked for the thumb of Ekalavya's right hand. In an act of supreme devotion, Ekalavya immediately cut off his thumb and offered it to Drona. With that act, his superior archery was effectively curtailed. Arjuna, recognizing this sacrifice and the favor it granted him, praised his guru Dronacharya with deep gratitude. Lakshya Shadi Pariksha, Kumaresa Vijyapradan. One day, Dronacharya, wishing to assess the progress and focus of his disciples, arranged a special test. He had an artificial bird, known as a basam, crafted and placed it high on a tree. He then instructed the students to aim at the bird's eye. Each prince was tested, but only Arjuna succeeded in the challenge, displaying remarkable precision, focus, and unwavering concentration. A few days later, the much-anticipated astrology exhibition of the princes was organized. This grand event attracted not only the royal families, but also common citizens and prominent individuals of the city, all eager to witness what the royal students had mastered over the years. The exhibition began with the triumphant sound of victory bells. All the young warriors stood in rows according to their age. Each of them was a skilled archer, adorned in colorful, ornate armor. They wore specialized protective gear, arm guards and finger covers, crafted specifically for the fingers of their left and right hands, designed to aid in handling bows with precision and skill. Bhima Bakasura's duel. The exhibition began with the princes showcasing their skills in riding elephants and horses, followed by thrilling chariot races, demonstrations of speed, and artistic displays like painting. Then came the sword fighting events and exhibitions of hitting distant targets with precision. Many of the Kuru princes displayed their expertise in using various weapons like the Raza, Shakti, Kunta, Tamara, and mace. Next, Bhima and Duryodhana showcased their exceptional mace fighting abilities in a fierce and unprecedented display. However, tensions flared among the spectators, and two opposing groups began to form, prompting the organizers to stop the fight midway. Following this, it was time for Arjuna to demonstrate his mastery over various divine weapons. His performance dazzled the entire audience. But then, Radheya, Karna, who had long harbored rivalry towards Arjuna, stepped forward and challenged him. He claimed he could perform the same feats and proceeded to do so, stunning everyone present with his extraordinary skill. Duryodhana, who had admired Karna from the beginning, was overjoyed and embraced him with deep affection. He proposed friendship, which Karna accepted. Declaring his desire to duel Arjuna in front of the king, Karna was granted the opportunity, and arrangements for the duel were made at once. The duel quickly escalated into a serious, life-threatening battle. Kripacharya, a master of combat, observed until the rhythm changed, then intervened and halted the fight. He reminded everyone that an educational exhibition should not become a battleground. He then questioned Karna's right to challenge Arjuna, saying that a warrior's lineage and status were essential in a royal duel. Only a king should fight another king. Unable to reveal his suitor heritage, Karna stood silently, humiliated. Recognizing the situation, Duryodhana immediately crowned Karna as the king of anger on the spot. Overwhelmed with gratitude, Karna declared his unshakable loyalty and friendship to Duryodhana, vowing to share in his joys and sorrows. As the day came to an end, the exhibition concluded. The audience dispersed, some praising Arjuna, others marveling at Karna's prowess. Meanwhile, Kunti, upon seeing Karna shine with the natural glow of his divine armor, realized with deep emotion that he was the very son of the sun whom she had once cast into the Ganges. Secret affection stirred in her heart. Karna, though unaware, had become a mighty warrior, a close ally of Duryodhana, and a fierce threat to Arjuna. Duryodhana, reassured by Karna's strength, grew more confident, seeing in him a powerful weapon against the Pandavas.